Hello, my name is Kelechi Amadi. I'm a photographer, and you're about to listen to my success story on NiGZ. Photography came gradually, actually. I mean, while I was in university, that was 92, 93 when I left. I started experimenting with the camera, but I was more of an artist. I paint. Watercolor, oil painting. By the time I got out of law school in 93, I continued with my painting. Photography started becoming more important as a means of grabbing reference materials for my paintings. And then towards 98, 99, 2000, I started getting more serious, with the sort of images I was making, because after a while I started to realize that the photographs themselves were finished artworks on their own right. So then people started noticing my photos, and that sort of encouraged me to play around more with it. So the year 2000 was a bit of a turning point, because I got invited to this exhibition in Mali, in the Photographers Biennale in Mali, and after that I started taking photography more seriously. I started taking more photos, getting more equipment, and I would say that was like sort of the turning point that got me really into photography. I'm a storyteller. I tell stories with images. So I'm this visual author that tries to capture history in the present. The pictures we make are photos of human beings. Even if you're shooting landscapes or still life or architecture, when people look at your picture, a photograph, they feel an emotion. It's calmness, it's difficult to look at, it is hot, it's angry, you understand? So emotions, as an image maker, you have to be in tune with it. Apart from that, the emotion people feel when they come in touch with you. If you're in the studio and you're trying to photograph a human being, you better bring out certain emotions from them, because that is what you want to capture. Then these pictures can speak, So it's yes, certainly it's very crucial. You cannot circumvent emotions. When you create something and you look at it and you tell yourself, wow, did I do that? There is that fulfillment you get when you create and you look at your creation and you marvel at it. You are actually entertaining yourself. And for me, that was like, and that still is, a source of my daily happiness, where I can sort of confound myself, where I can surprise myself at something I've just created. And you see, that feeling keeps me going. For me, the most important thing is self-actualization and self-realization. To know why you are here on earth, you need to go deep into yourself and say, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? And that question was answered for me a long time ago, but I made the final decision in my year 3 while I was in university studying law. I asked myself, what is it I could do for the rest of my life if there was no possibility of failure? And it was unequivocally, simple and straightforward. Art, creating imagery. I knew that was one thing if I wanted to find happiness. That was one thing I knew I could do better than most people. And that answered the question of my destiny for me. My philosophy is that life is a journey. It is a journey. There is no arrival. Only arrival is death. So for me, it is not the milestones or the things you have achieved that really matter. For me, what matters is the process of achieving. And what am I saying in essence is this: the process of becoming successful is the life that you live. It is your present that determines the future. And for me, every single photo shoot, I have to face it as if it was my last photo shoot. It has to be, I have to find something within me that exceeds what I've ever done before. And when I place myself always on the edge of creativity, then I become comfortable there. And then I try to get myself uncomfortable again. Because then when I get comfortable, then it's dangerous. You see, it's funny. I create something, people scream, they say, oh, we love it, you know, it's this technique. Then I become wary of that technique, you know. That technique becomes a trap. Because people want to let you come back to it over and over again. So then you get a comfort zone. I want to move away from my comfort zone. So the whole idea is this: how can I do it differently? And then get in trouble and trying to find ways to survive in this different way of doing it. Yeah? And while doing that, I discover new ways. And that is what excites me. If you want to be a photographer, first, make sure you make a decision that this is what you really want to do. You have to know that this is what you really want to do. That is half the job done, because then you can whip up that emotion, enough excitement and enthusiasm to carry you through the neck and back breaking work that you need to do in order to master the technical parts of it. A lot of people think, oh, they want to be photographers, they think they switch their camera on auto and let it do the job. No way. You need to learn a bit of physics, be able to move around, carry some heavy stuff on your hands for a long time, stay in the sun, and still manage human beings at the same time, you know. So first, you need to decide that this is what you want to do. Second, you need to ask yourself, what is the other extra purpose of what you're doing? Apart from just enjoying yourself, what is your message? You need to understand what your message is. What is the story you want to tell? Because that's basically what you are, a storyteller. If you understand that story, it can get you a place, that unique spot that you need to make yourself different from the rest. Now you've listened to my success story. But if you want to get closer to me and see some real photographs and stuff, you can go to my website, www.kelechiamadiobi.com. You can reach me on @KelechiAmadiobi, or you can check me out on Google+, Kelechi Amadiobi, or on Facebook, Kelechi Amadiobi. Yes.